Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am your host, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, is my spectacular co-host, a little impatient today, but still spectacular, Crystal Morenzi. Good morning, Crystal. How are you today?
I am fantastic. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I haven't expressed my feelings about Dino the way that I feel that I need to right this very moment. Like his loyalty as a friend, it's just been so wonderful.
What's
it makes
happening?
me feel all warm inside, and just like how he's so
you.
inspiring
What an asshole.
and amazing, and it makes you feel like
Such
you know
an
how
asshole.
you can't stop smiling because somebody is that amazing. That is this man, this pivot of a Greek god, this lordship, this magnificent marvel
I'm hiring.
of a human
I'm hiring.
being.
I'm hiring new co-hosts. Anyone who's interested, feel free. This one's lost her fucking mind.
How does it feel, Dino? I went the first minute saying how wonderful you are. Because you are the most spectacular priest. No, he really is. But sometimes, yeah. He's cool. I know this shirt. What does this shirt say, Dino?
It says my co-host is an asshole and makes my life a living hell. That's what it says. Son of a bitch. Such a dickhead. You know what? This is. She's such an asshole that. So this morning we were supposed to record. Something came up. No big deal. I'm like, yeah, no problem. It's all good. Because the fact is, she has a lot more than I have going on. So I'm like, hey, you know what? We'll work around your schedule.
I'm on call. So.
Yeah, and that's totally. And you know what? That's life, right?
Yeah.
But the message, so she's like, hey, can we do this at 3, which is what time it is right now. And I'm like, yeah, sure, there's no problem. And I never mentioned that I had already set up. I had written some notes for possible talking points. I had set up. I was literally looking at my camera, just waiting for her to say.
It was about 20 minutes too. So I knew that he was already set up. I knew that he was already set up. I knew he was boiling inside. I knew that it was bothering him.
Absolutely.
But I didn't find out that the PSW
it wasn't bothering
was
me.
coming till later. So my grandpa's like, oh, well, you said that you'd shave me and cut my hair because I need somebody to help me lift him into the chair. So I'm like, yes, we'll do it when
So for me, when she's like, hey, can we do it later? I'm like, okay. Like it doesn't bother me. It doesn't. Yeah. Like I'm not that bad of a person. But the message to let me know that she was ready today at 3 was. Let's be clear, okay? I can be very condescending. I can also be a prick, but I don't think I'm a condescending prick. You know, I'm not condescending because I'm trying to be mean. I'm condescending because usually I know something you don't. That's usually what it is. And I'm having a hard time telling you. So fuck you, okay? But when I'm a prick, it's because I don't like you. Okay, so I'm not a condescending prick. No, that's not how it works. But the message she sent me was like, oh my god, you don't respect my time. I'm totally ready. Where are you? Oh my goodness. How could you be so irresponsible and what you do? And I'm like, it's like that, eh? It's like that. It's going to be one of those days.
I was teasing him because
it was very funny. I laughed a lot.
So I was like, "How dare you waste my time? Do not respect my time. Do not."
Which, just to be clear, I have never said that. I said, listen, just let me know so I can plan. I've never been like, hey, I feel disrespected. I've never said anything like that. Okay? But you know what? It's very funny because there's many a times when I've sent people messages and they're like, I could totally see you saying that. And I'm like, I really wonder how people hear me in their mind because like Victoria and I had fought for years because I would say things and she would not hear the words that I'm saying. I think we've covered this before. And we have gotten to a point where now she listens to the words that I'm saying, not how it's said, not the time it's said, or anything like that. And and that's helpful. But I'm like, I'm still very concerned what other people hear when I talk. Because I'm like, what happened in your mind? Trust me, I've gotten some messages from some people above me where I'm like, I don't think I've communicated how I wanted to communicate, because I did not want to be that mean. I thought it was pretty nice. She's like, well, listen. And I'm like, whoa.
That's just me, though. That's my, like, crazy.
No, it's not.
I assume that
A lot of
everybody's
people have thought that
trying
about
to,
me.
like, talk me down. And I feel like I have to defend. I'm on constantly, like, oh, yeah, motherfucker.
I kind of, at some point, I kind of want to see her
my
try
own
and...
personal, like, women's march, but only for me. Like, hear me roar. Roar.
Yes, I kind of want at some point for Crystal to be like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do? And like kind of chest bump me, and then I'm just gonna palm her face and go, sit down.
Well, that's
and then once you go,
I'm one of those people that I'm like, tell me I can't do something, or tell me you don't think that I'm that person, and I will do it. I'm like, if somebody doesn't think that I can do something,
which is
I'm like,
really not healthy. That is not a healthy way to do things.
No.
Because people will goad you into I have a close personal friend who this is the thing is he is very he was my best man at my wedding. He's a great guy, and we've been friends since grade 6, and so many times. Because he's very much a homebody. He doesn't like to go out, and like he has a great entertainment system because he likes to stay home. He likes, you know what I mean? He started taking up cooking because he likes to eat at home, like, which are all good things. But the problem is when it's like, hey, let's go party, and he's like, why don't we stay home, watch a movie? And I'm like, just come on.
He's got all that home stuff. He wants to cook you something.
I
And
understand.
watch his entertainment
Yes,
center.
which I absolutely agree with. I get it. And it's a very good quality to have. But sometimes you gotta go fuck around in the city. Okay, that's just how that is. And a lot of times I'm like, and I would goad him into it. And I believe there has not been not one time when I goaded him and he had a bad time. Every time he's had a good time.
Aww.
Because I'm not
You're a
goading
good
him
time,
for.
baby. You're a good
I am a good time. I make sure you come first, and then I take advantage. That's what I do. That's why it's a good time. Okay.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I make sure everyone has.
how'd you like your
Speaking
pumpkin
of-
pie?
I'm half done, and it's delicious. It does taste better warmed up. That is,
Yes.
I am not. Yeah, and you know what? I should have known better, but it was still delicious. So it doesn't really.
I ate
but I'm
pumpkin
gonna have
pie
another half.
tarts that I made too, with some of the
They were
leftover
good.
stuff. It was so good.
It was really good. The only thing is, like, I'm eating it and I'm going, this is not healthy for me at all. But I'm like, I don't care.
I only use
don't care.
natural, like I
So-
only use dark brown sugar, like some natural sugar, and it's only like it wasn't a ton of sugar.
It's so bad. But
It's
I'm
so
just like-
bad. I even
I'm like,
put
I
the
don't
crust
care.
in it though too, and I put all those little things in it too.
Just to be very clear, for the earlier time that we had scheduled, I actually had that piece of pumpkin pie that I was going to eat. I had it here, so I was going to eat it while we were doing it. But then we got moved a couple hours, and I'm like, well, this is not going to stay. I'm just going to eat it now. 'Cause,
I just finished
that's
my pumpkin pie tart that I made.
it's so good.
I am